Even though all the news is about the Retina MacBook Pros, the fact is Apple will mostly sell MacBook Airs. Are they worth the money? And how much better are they than previous versions? Let's find out. At WWDC 2012, Phil Schiller announced two screen sizes for the 2012 MacBook Airs, 11 and 13 inches. Basically, these are a spec update rather than the mind-blowing redesign of the MacBook Pro Retina. The 11-inch has the same display at 1366 by 768. The base model runs on a 1.7 GHz Ivy Bridge i5 with 4 gigs of 1600 MHz RAM and 64 gigs of storage. For another $100, you get an extra 64 gigs of storage, while the build-to-order model can have a dual-core 2 GHz i7, 8 gigs of RAM, and a 512 gig flash drive at the amazing price of $2150. The 13-inch display hits 1440 by 900. The base model has a 1.8 GHz Ivy Bridge with 4 gigs of RAM and a 128 flash drive. $300 more gets you an extra 128 gigs of storage. And if you have a money tree, a build-to-order model has a dual-core 2 GHz i7, 8 gigs of RAM, and a 512 flash drive for only $21.99. Kidding aside, the biggest factor is the solid-state drive. These new drives hit 400 megabyte writes and 500 megabyte read speeds, making them twice as fast as the best 2011 MacBook Airs, and over 4 times faster than the non-Retina MacBook Pros with standard hard disk drives. Since the RAM is soldered onto the logic board, you won't be able to upgrade it, but we'll soon see if we could upgrade the SSD with the right kit. If you want serious performance for games, graphics, or multitasking, you're probably looking at the wrong notebook. The MacBook Pro was designed for intensive computing tasks, and the MacBook Pro Retina is the best MacBook with a crazy display. If your budget is over $2,000 and you need performance, you should seriously look into the MacBook Pro Retina.
Click here for more info.
The MacBook Airs also have USB 3.0 and 2.0 on both sides. The MacBook Air is not just a piece of hardware. You really have to look into the software and how you might use it. FaceTime HD and Messages can take advantage of Mountain Lion's and iOS interoperability because Apple's going to unify your iPhone number and Apple ID. Also, Mountain Lion's Power Nap feature updates your Mac while it's sleeping, saving battery life and speeding up boot times.
Click here to see a video on OS 10 Mountain Lion.
If the latest MacBook Airs are anything like the previous generations,
And if you have brains for balls,
buy the smallest SSD drive and upgrade it afterwards, especially if SSD drives continue to fall over the summer. Since I need a new computer, subscribe if you want to know when and where I find the best deals. If you dual boot with Windows and Mountain Lion, you'll need at least 36 gigabytes before you add any apps, music, or movie files. With Thunderbolt and USB 3.0, external drives are finally a workable solution for quickly accessing and storing media files. If portability is important, if you're a student, commuter, or you appreciate thin design, and if you see yourself mostly taking notes, creating basic docs, and using web-based apps and simple programs over the next 3 to 5 years, the MacBook Air is probably your best option. On the other hand,
if you have more money than time,
Apple has better models. The MacBook Pros are more powerful, and some can be user upgraded. Either way, I'll post updates on prices and where the best deals might be.
so don't forget to subscribe on your way out.